Imagine a couple named Tom and Susan. They identify as egalitarian, which is the position that men and women are of equal intrinsic value and there are no gender-based limitations as to the roles or responsibilities each can fulfill in the home, church, or society. I say church because Tom and Susan attend a Protestant church in New Zealand, and seeing that Christian culture has a patriarchal history, often marked by gender-defined responsibilities, this can sometimes make their commitment to gender equality seem a bit countercultural. Tom and Susan represent the couples I interviewed for my study. Now, you might be thinking, most people these days practice gender equality in their relationships, but according to research on religious and non-religious heterosexual partnerships, this is simply not true. There are a lot of barriers that get in the way. In fact, one sociologist calls egalitarian individuals gender norm violators, those who deviate from what's been considered traditional heterosexual behavior in relationships. So as I analyzed the relational dynamics between my couples, I found clear behavioral and ideological aspects which facilitate egalitarianism in their relationships. And although there were many, I'd like to share with you one key facilitator, and that is an egalitarian masculinity and the role men play in establishing equal partnerships with women. And this makes sense. Within literature, there's a pattern that in heterosexual relationships, it is the male who plays an essential role in initiating and implementing equality. So what does egalitarian masculinity look like in the context of my study? Well, number one, these men are not attached to the idea of being masculine or a man's man, and instead opt for a kind of gender-blind attitude. Number two, they consider it important to give away power and be sacrificial. This is often informed by their Christian spirituality, which focuses on escalating the needs of others above their own. Number three, they don't expect their partners to adjust their paid employment to make time for childcare or caregiving responsibilities. They share this. And number four, they don't want to be considered a hero for doing anything domestic. And lastly, they are pro-feminism or identify as feminists. As I think about my couples, the words from poet Edwina Gately come to mind. There was no path, so I trod one. My couples tread. They take deliberate steps to enact their beliefs about gender equality, both men and women. And I think for anybody desiring equal relationships, taking the time to learn conceptual and practical tools of how to do this is valuable. And so, like them, do we have what it takes to tread? Thank you.